Come, comrades, rouse yourselves. One final push. I can see the enemy army beginning to flee. One last attack, and those remaining will have no choice but to retreat in shame. Anyone who is foolish enough to stand their ground will have no choice but to surrender. Don't forget that those who do surrender will be used for interrogation. Capture. Don't kill them. You, tell the troops on the right that they far outnumber the enemy, so they will attack first. Go. And you, troops on the left have the victory already. Tell them to now put pressure on those 3 enemy soldiers who remain. The ones donning those black capes. But tread with caution. When the time is right, seize them, and then bring them to me. I will pour scorn on those 3, and I will then personally offer them to the king. They have given us the most trouble throughout the entirety of this war. But that ends today. Now, I will saddle up my horse and oversee the final vestiges of our momentous triumph. The rest of you, go aid the troops on the left in their hunt. They'll need all the help they can get. Who is that adversary I see running for cover? Why do I feel as though I've seen that knight before? They're heading for the left. Do they plan to lend aid to those 3? They're enough trouble as it is. And if that is who I believe it to be, my troops will really be in a difficult spot. I will have to chase them myself. I have fought them on many occasions in the past, and it would be my pleasure to watch their face as their so-called brave comrades throw down their arms in bitter defeat and ultimately cast their fate into my hands. I have dreamt of this victorious moment throughout the turbulent years of our history. These vile foes have conducted multiple vicious incursions into our land, and carried off our finest treasure and our bravest fighters to be soldiers on their side instead. And there they are. It seems I have the upper hand here. They have lost their horse, and I am catching up quickly. If I surprise them from the rear and strike one blow on the head, the victory is mine. Yes, it feels so satisfying to watch you stumble to the ground in pain. Well done, my trusty steed. Now stay there while I remove their helmet and take them prisoner. Now after all this time, I can see who you are under there. Wait a moment. You were one of ours, weren't you? We trained you, took care of you, and yet you fled to join the enemy? Unless you were one of the unfortunate ones who were captured by them and made to fight. But the way you fought so bravely in the last stand just now makes me think you really wanted to defeat us. Was your time with us really so bad? How well we fed you. How well we trained you. Raised you as our own. only for you to rebel and turn against us. A traitor indeed. I remember you as one of our finest young soldiers. You overpowered your opponents in our staged duels on the training grounds. A pity that I never got to see what you could have done for us on the battlefield. I see some of my troops are coming to take you away. Fight and struggle as you may, but I'm afraid your head wound has rendered you practically helpless, my friend. You are nothing but my prisoner. The only place for you now is in a cold dungeon. So, it has been 4 days I have kept you here. How are you feeling now? A little shamed? A little defeated, I'm sure. It seems the wound on your scalp is healing well, and even your spirit is improving, I see. Funny, seeing as how you've had to have come to terms with your fate by now. It's looking a little bleak, if you ask me. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought you would become an enemy. Become ungrateful for all those hours of training we gave you. You threw it all away. The chance to become a hero, a leader of great renown and worshipped for generations to come. You had the chance. You could have even become a loyal companion to me. Yes, I would indeed have relished that. A fine young knight you were. I can see it now. You as a mighty fighter, a valiant hero, fighting for me, for us, winning battles for us, carrying the flag of our people over distant lands and bringing back hordes of treasure. But no. Instead, here you are, beaten and bruised. And with that look I now see on your face, you also have deep, deep regrets. Instead, you sit here before me as my prisoner. Well, not just any prisoner, though. You have special talent. You are gifted in battle. You have a keen sense in combat and unrivaled strength. Consider this your lucky day, traitor. I have decided that I will give you a second chance. Should you grovel to the floor and beg me for forgiveness, I will consider asking the king to grant you an official pardon, on the very strong set of conditions that you rejoin our army, renounce any allegiance to the enemy, and start using your considerable talents for the true purpose they were intended, to fight for our cause. Since I am so very charitable, I will even give you time to consider my offer. I would like to be able to appoint you to the head of my army, and I hope to stop calling you traitor and start calling you comrade instead in the years to come. I truly hope so, but in the meantime, I will leave you here alone to think things over. Well, until tomorrow, Night-night, prisoner.